now.
I didn't expect to be talking, Stuart, about avocados, but, it does keep coming up. You're right.
This is the third time in 3 weeks.
It's starting to worry me, I must tell you.
Drive live with avocados.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's the green blamonginess of them, and that's the only way I could put it. Anyway, Stuart Fleming is here from Enviroserve. They are presenting the Dubai Entrepreneur Awards 2017. We are in week 3. This is the final week of the competition, looking at SMEs. 4 nominees for the award. Stuart, good to see you. Thank you for coming back.
Pleasure.
All right, then. Tonight, that's me, the third of our finalists. Brett Smyth is from EngageMe with us here. Brett, nice to see you.
Thank you for having me on the show. Great to meet you guys.
It's good to have you here. Now, today is about making a case for why we should be recognising your business. EngageMe is an employee engagement firm. You're on a mission, it says, to infuse the workplace with purpose and passion, which sounds good. I was looking at your Twitter feed earlier on as well. Stories that mean business, be inspired, be informed, be entertained, which is probably what we should be doing on this programme with varying degrees of success. More on that in a second. So what we're going to do, and as we have been starting over the course of the last few weeks, is you're going to get to pitch Stuart, 30 seconds to do that. He is then going to ask you a number of questions from a set number of, I think, 15 questions that we have here. If you're listening now thinking, I want to know more about employee engagement because I run a company, or I'm not an engaged employee, whatever it might be, text us on 4001. We'll see if we can put that question to Brett. Now, 30 seconds to pitch your business. Tell us why you deserve to become SME of the Year. Put anything else in that you think we need to know. And your 30 seconds, I'm just going to count down the clock. 3, 2, 1, starts now.
So, EngageMe, as you just said, we're on a mission to embed a sense of purpose and passion into organizations. And like the name, we focus on employee engagement. That's what we do, what it says on the tin. And our aim fundamentally is to create organizations where people want to work. And we do that through a variety of ways, one of which is sort of our 4-step culture creation approach. We do things like internal communications, employer branding, corporate strategy communications, gamification, change management, all tools that companies can use to engage their employees across the employee life cycle.
That's time, Brett. Well done. Pretty close, I have to say. Just over 30 seconds.
Oh, damn.
That's essentially what you do. Stuart, handing over to you now. Questions for Brett.
Great, thank you very much. I think you've hit on the idea of cool, green, engaging workspaces. And what interests me here is to start off with, how do you hit that button with companies, and what's the process to close the deal?
So the way we positioned our brand is one that's very creative, and I think that's the USP behind our success, actually. There are a lot of HR consulting firms out there, but they're all quite corporate and let's be honest, a little bit dull. When you're dealing with people, you want to be, like I say, infusing that sense of purpose and passion. And so our brand, the bright green, our creativity is what really drives our success. And I think that's the hook that gets a lot of people phoning us. We're very lucky. The work seems to come to us. We've yet to proactively go to market. And I think it's because of that creativity. You mentioned our office space. It's a creative space. We wanted to create a space where our employees could come and work. You spend most of your life in the office. It may as well be creative. It may as well be a space that you want to come to. And by living what we preach, I think we are really credible to our target market.
So what would you say is your purpose?
Our purpose is literally, the tagline of our company is work with purpose. And that's our purpose, which is to help employees work with purpose. You might not always be in a position where you can love what you do. You not always you have the opportunity to do that. But you always have the opportunity to work with purpose. You can control how you work. You can do it with a sense of pride. You can do it with a sense of commitment, even if you don't necessarily love that job. And that's why we have that tagline, work with purpose.
So what is there in determining your customer experience?
So for us as a consulting firm, we obviously work really closely with our clients. We almost become the clients. You're not going to change culture overnight. It's a long-term process. And we really ingrain ourselves with our customers and take them through that process. And the experience that we give them is fourfold. We start with our sort of cultural definition. What culture do you have currently, and what kind of culture do you want to have? And we do a lot of analysis around that. Then the second step is really creative. We try and tangibly or visually create that culture in terms of a visual from an employer brand perspective. So what does it look like? What does it feel like? And then the third step is actually giving our clients an engagement strategy, a set of levers that they can pull and use to drive engagement through their business.
And what are those levers then? How do you deploy that whole strategy, information, and then what's the deployment process?
I mean, the wonderful thing about employee engagement is that it's really 101 stuff, right? It's not rocket science. And what we do is we look at our employee life cycle and we say, from before you join an organization through to when you join, there are touch points that the organization can tangibly manage, even through to the exit interview at the end. You can manage that process so that the employee has a good experience at that organization. And that's what we do. We say to companies, you can manage this process and we'll help you manage it. And not only that, we'll do it creatively.
I see on your website that Google features quite high on a number of lists that you produce there as a place that people want to work. Now, is it because Google of what they do, or is it because of their workspace?
I think it's a combination. People are Google's quite a nice, sexy brand to work with. People, so it's cutting edge. It's doing a lot of things, and people want to be a part of that. If we ask our clients which if you had to work for another company, which one would it be? People often say Google. So it's definitely a combination of what they do, but also we all know about the Google history in terms of their office space, their creativity, the breakfast, the free meals. All of that is a part of employee engagement. It is not the main tool for engagement, but it's certainly a part of it. And I think what Google's done is just through that visibility, they've encouraged other companies to do the same thing, and other government entities.
Brett Smyth is the CEO of EngageMe. A couple of texts in for you, Brett. We'll look at those during the break. We're going to hear more from Brett. He is nominee 3 for SME of the Year in the Dubai Entrepreneur Awards, presented by EnviroServe. Back with more in a moment.
We want to hear from you. Find us on Facebook, tweet